Good afternoon, all my friends out there in origami land. I hope everybody's doing good today. Hey, I had a thought earlier. Most of the time, whenever you do an origami, most of the models that you build start with one of the original origami bases, which are the beginning points for most models. And I started thinking, you know, most of the time when you look at somebody else's video, they waste between 5 to 10 minutes of the time that they use making the video just showing how they put the base together. Whereas if somebody already knew how the base was, you could start from the base point and save yourself a bunch of time. So that's what I wanted to do today, is I wanted to teach you some of the basic bases. There's 3 that I use on a regular basis. And the first one right here, this is called the house fold. This base here is called the square base, and this one here is called the bird base. Okay, and I'm going to show you how we get this here. Okay, let's take one of these bases and take it apart. Okay, you usually start with a square piece of paper. You're going to take the top corner here, bring it across diagonally like this. Okay, once you have that, then rotate it up. Bring this corner over to this corner like this, so it makes this triangle with a folded seam here and open ends over here. Alright, rotate it 90 degrees, make a good point right here, bring this point down to match that point like this, and fold across there. Flip the entire thing over, take this point to this point, make a good point right there, just like that, and fold. Okay, once you have that, unfold the whole thing again, and you'll notice that you have a vertical, horizontal, and 2 diagonal folds. Okay, to make the house base, you want to keep the paper aligned in this direction. Put your finger here, fold in along this line, make it into a valley fold. Over here, bring this side in, same thing, and collapse the entire thing down. Now you have the house fold. Okay, and this can be useful because you can fold these up, make canards on airplanes, different things like that. Okay, so let's put that one aside. The next one, this is called the square base, and you can see because it makes a square. But the nice thing about this is it gives you several little armages that are inside here and panels that you can make things with. And they're all connected at one point with multiple points down here, kind of like a squid. Okay? And this is basically the same thing as the other one. You start with a square piece of paper. You fold diagonally across once. Then take this point to this point. Here like that, make sure you got a good point and crease, then rotate it, grab the top point, bring it to that point, make a good point here and crease, flip the whole thing over and mirror on the other side with the other point and crease like that. Okay, take the whole item apart. Now just like we were doing with the house base, we want to rotate this 45 degrees so it's up and down like a diamond. And we're going to use the diagonals as our base folds. So along this line right here, let's fold that in. Along the center line, let's fold it back out. So this turns into a giant valley fold. And we're going to continue putting these pieces in like this and collapsing the base. So you end up with a square like this, and it looks like this on the inside. Okay? Alright? Now, to get the bird base, okay, the bird base is an evolution of the square base. It's called the bird base because the bird base is what is used oftentimes to make the origami crane with the flapping wings, which is basically what this is right here without the neck and the tail already finished to it right here. But this is very nice because you can make fish with this, you can make flippers and fins, and it's not that hard to do. Okay, so this is what it looks like when it's finished inside. you have 2 smaller triangles and 2 larger outer petals. We're going to take the square base, which this is generated from, and I'm going to use it to show you how to make it. Okay, starting with the square base with the connected point at the top and the loose points at the bottom. Okay, zoom in just a little bit here, because this one's a little bit harder. Okay, alright, take the first petal over here with an open edge right here, grab this point and bring the point to the center line, aligning this edge with the center line. Okay, make sure down here you make very good points. Okay, otherwise everything gets sloppy and misaligned later on. You're going to fold one in like this, and you're going to do that for all 4 petals. Bring the other one in, make good point at the bottom, fold it over like this, crease, flip the entire object over. Okay, take this to the center line again, like this, grab the other one, make a good point at the bottom, like that, line it up, crease. Now, take this top point right here, where these 2 panels come together, forms a line, fold this across the top of that, just like that, and crease that heavily. Give a good crease. Undo. Alright, open these 2 top petals right here. Lift the top sheet of paper, like this, up to that center line that you folded right there. Okay? Now, at the sides here, work your way so that this fold inverts on itself and becomes a mountain fold, and then the other mountain fold down there pops that whole side in. See if I can do this without showing with my fingers. You just take it, fold it over itself in like this. Okay, straighten it all out up here. Just like that. Then you take this and fold it back down. Okay, turn the whole object over to the other 2 on the other side. Open those up like that. Lift the top panel and do exactly what we did with the other ones. Take this fold that's right here, that's now a valley fold, turn it into a mountain fold, and then drag the other part of it in, just like that. Do the same thing on the other side. It's kind of hard to see sometimes. I'm using smaller pieces of paper, but smaller is good. It helps develop your skills. Okay, make sure everything is lined up good and make sharp points. Alright, then you take that flap and put it back down too. Alright, so that way when you're done you have the bird base. 2 smaller triangles and 2 larger triangles with a connection here. And you can do all kinds of different stuff with this. You can make lobster claws and like all kinds of different stuff. So that's the different bases that we have right there. I wanted to show those all to you today. So when I do my next sets of videos using these bases right here, I will tell you to start with these bases, and that's where I will start my videos from. Just saves a lot of time and makes it a lot easier if you have something like that already done for you. Okay, thank you very much, guys. Y'all have a great day. Awesome happiness in origami land, and peace out.